you bring the dough and the sauce, and they bring the cheese and the meat. And without the cheese and the meat, it's not really pizza. You can't just have dough and sauce. If you feel like without that person, there would be no pizza, then I think that's a great sign. Hey, family, and welcome back to the Jacobson Post.
Thank you all for joining us today. We appreciate all the support we've been given so far, and we have a pretty good video for you today.
Yeah, we're excited. We're going to talk about how we knew that we were the ones for each other and some signs that you should be looking for to find out if your special person is the one.
Yes.
Do you know that song? He could be the one. He could be the one. I don't even think that's the word. It's like Miley Cyrus.
I do not know the song, but I feel the words. I can feel those lyrics. Yeah.
They resonate.
Yeah.
Right there. Right there.
Like right here underneath my eye.
Bye. Okay, I'm starting.
Okay. All right. You start.
I knew Justin was the one when I wasn't walking on eggshells at any point. And it was without a question. He loved me without question. Like, and you've always loved me without question. I didn't have to walk on eggshells to like, okay, I wonder if he's in a good mood today. I wonder if we're vibing today. I'm scared. I was never scared. And I've never been scared. And it's a very safe and secure feeling. And the fact that you love me without question is like, you might be a little tired, but like, you'll do it. I can ask you anything and you would walk miles for me. Like, you would always do the long race. And I really appreciate that. That's how I knew, because I've never had that before.
And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more. Yeah. Anyway, so I knew that Adrian was the one when she would remember everything that I would tell her about myself. And it wasn't just like one single thing, but over the course of us beginning to date, she would do things that's directly because of I told her about something about me. Like I tell her that I hardly ever go to the movies. She brings me to the movies. I tell her that I don't cook a lot for myself anymore. She invites me over and cooks me a big meal with all main course, bunch of sides, everything. And when it was the point when I realized that this woman does a lot for me and makes me happy, that's when I'm like, okay, yep, I definitely feel love.
They say to know me is to love me, or to love me is to know me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I appreciated that. And it was very early on when she started doing those things too. And it blew me off guard, and but in a good way for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you know if your man or your girl is the one for you? Well, we have 4 signs that you should look for. And we think that these are like go-getters, and we hope that they resonate with you all. So I guess just to keep piggybacking, I'll start.
Okay.
I think that it's important for someone to provide you safety and emotional support. And when I say safety, I don't mean like they're the police, they're the bodyguard, but like you feel secure. You feel at home. Like, again, you're not walking on eggshells. You feel safe with this person.
You're not worried about the unknown or anything like that.
And you don't have to protect yourself. I don't know, like, as far as like a woman goes, I'm allowed to be feminine with my man. I can put that guard down and I can just be a woman. I can just be me because I know that I'm safe and secure with him. As far as like that emotional connection, I feel like those go 2 and 2, because whenever you feel at home with someone, there's a deep emotional connection there. You just, it's the way that they look at you. It's the way that they talk to you. It's the patience that they have with you. It's how they talk to you. It's how they adjust based off how you are acting. They're not with you. If you're in your soft mode and you're not feeling it, they come down with you. It's how they listen to you. It's how they talk back whenever you're listening. It's just not, okay, Like they give something, they pour into. It's a mutual feeling. It's kind of like a recipe. It's like you bring, for example, you bring the dough and the sauce, and they bring the cheese and the meat. And without the cheese and the meat, it's not really pizza. You can't just have dough and sauce. If you feel like without that person there would be no pizza, then I think that's a great sign that that person is the one for you.
I love that analogy, by the way.
Thank you. Off the dome.
Yeah, right off the dome. That was great. But yeah, I totally agree with that. Like being able to recognize each other where you're at, providing that emotional support, and being that person that, I guess, safeguards against or with it, all that. Yeah, absolutely. Mine does fall into kind of that category as well. And this is my biggest one. My biggest one is peace.
Mm-hmm. I say this all the time.
Yep. I say peace. I've probably said peace in multiple videos, but me and with a whole lot of other people, I value my peace. I value being able to stay at my baseline, not having to worry about things, not having to, like as you mentioned earlier, walk on eggshells for any sort of thing. And when I go to bed at night, am I thinking about something about my relationship? Like, oh, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that, I'm worried about this. I have nothing to worry about with Adrian. And that kind of goes in, and I've told this to her early on. I told her that she brought me peace. Like I'm able to sleep sound at night, and because I'm not worried about anything. And it's a great feeling to have peace, and you have somebody who continues to provide you that peace. Because there's definitely those people out there who are in relationships or even in marriages where there's nothing peaceful. And it's
kind of like some people are in partnerships, like
I
know what you mean.
Yeah, so yeah, that is my biggest one.
Mm-hmm. My next one is support and growth. And support kind of speaks for itself. Like, do they support you unconditionally and they're not jealous of you? And you see, spouses where like the other person is doing their big one, but the other person is not supporting them, or they're jealous of their growth and things like that. Like Justin supports everything that I do. My big ideas that are out of this world. He's like, okay,
starting a YouTube channel.
Yeah. He's like, okay, this is how we can realistically do this, but it's all in support. And I think growth is very big in relationships. I don't care how great a person is. You don't want somebody that is comfortable being here. You want somebody that not only sees potential in you and supports you to the fullest that you can be and pushes you to that, but also they see potential in themselves. Like, I love a person, not even just a man. I love being around people with a drive. Like, yeah, you have that great job right now. You're in a good spot right now, but you see more for yourself and you want to do more for yourself, whether it's getting this type of thing or getting this position or adding this to your resume or just wanting more for yourself to build your rapport so you can build an empire. I think that type of growth is so important in a relationship. And do you see yourself being able to push this person to grow? And are they pushing you to grow? And is this somebody that you can grow with? Or is this a person that's just comfortable down here and you have dreams of being up here? That's not going to work for you. It's not. Do you see yourself being able to grow with that person? Because like, I see we're here now, but I see where we can be and I see us working to that. And I think that we have visionary eyes blessed by the Lord. And I think that we see that together and we pray and we push and we work. And I know that that's where we're going to be one day. And even when we get there, our eyes are going to change and it's just going to keep going. It's going to keep going through prayer, power, and pushing one another. And I think that if your partner or the person that you're looking for that extra sign and is doing those things, then that might be somebody for you, for real.
And then my next one is going to tie in directly with that, and that's
he just want to be like me, or what is it?
Teamwork.
Okay.
Teamwork. So it's it is that support for one another, but it's not just the support, it is the working together.
Ethic, yes.
It's working together to reach that goal. Whether it's Adrian has a particular goal, and I'm not just going to sit there and just root for her. I'm going to be like, how can I help to reach that goal? Say vice versa. If I have a dream of mine, or if I have a goal that I really want to hit, Adrian will be like, all right, that's awesome, great. What can I do? And it makes those goals, it makes those dreams seem not so overbearing or weight bearing. That's the word I was like, weight bearing. Like it feels like you have a little bit of weight taken off because your partner is taking part of it off and putting on themselves, and you're working towards a common goal, whether it's an individual or a group or family goal, working towards it. So yeah, definitely being able to work together, I feel is huge.
Because being in a relationship, it's a team.
It's
all a team thing. And whenever, like, it's great that you're even watching this video because you are potentially thinking about these things. And these are great things to think about because you don't want to spend years and years with someone and realize that they are not your person. Or you don't want to pour a lot of time and effort into them and you realize you're not on the same page. So these are great things to openly talk about.
Yes.
And really, like, sit back and look, because at the end of the day, there is some business that goes into a relationship. So you do need to think about, is this somebody I'm going to do business with? Is this somebody I'm going to have be my partner? Is this the person I'm going to walk down the altar and, you know, stand before God and say, this is my person? You really need to think about all the fine details. He can be fine as can be, okay? And she can be as gorgeous as pie. But if the logistics don't work and 4 + 4 is not equal to 8, that's where you're going to get divorced. That's where we're going to get fights. That's where we're going to get broken marriages, unhappy families. You really need to really think. Like, looks and him buying you flowers is beautiful, it's great, it makes you feel good, but there's so much more that goes into a relationship that I think people sometimes let slip through the cracks. And then they be like, well, how did I get here? I'm like, well, tell me how it all started. How did you know that they were the one? Well, he was, you know, sending me good morning text, and he was just really cute, and we went on fun dates. Okay. You know? And that's why we're here. And I'm not saying any of those things are bad, but that cannot be the foundation. That cannot be the foundation.
Right. I like looking into her eyes. All right, sorry.
But we appreciate you guys for getting this far.
Yes, thank you for getting this far.
Very quick and easy video, I think. I think a lot of it is very person to person, very personalized, but we wanted to share some of the things that we think are big things and big key factors. These are not the end all be alls. Who are we? I mean, right. These are just our opinions, and if you trust us a bit, listen to us, right? Right.
And again, it's not like this is a one size fits all type thing.
Yeah.
These can be parts, or parts of this can be what works for you,
or none of it will work for you.
Or none of it. If none of it works for you, and you're good with your life with the exact opposite of what we're talking about, then to each their own.
You can still like the video.
You can still like the video. You can like it. You can subscribe. You can even comment down below if you do disagree. Give us the reasons why. Or you can even tell us maybe specifically what made your person your person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next Sunday.
Yeah. On the Jacobson Post.
That was cute.
Was that good?
That was cute. Yeah.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Ba-la-la-la-la. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
There's hope for tomorrow.